Bonjour la classe et bienvenue à la leçon for aujourd'hui. So today's lesson is going to look very similar to something you did a couple of weeks ago because you're actually going to be creating some more Google Slides. So I've been saying that this week we're going to move on to talking about daily routine. So the slides that you did before were morning routine, and now we're moving on to some new questions which are around daily routine. So the questions are similar, but with some differences. So I'm going to share with you what you should be able to see, and this video is going to be very quick. It's just a quick little tutorial video. So let me just go back a little bit. So before you could see these three, which if you kind of look, they say matinée typique, which is morning. But now we're going to expand it a little bit and look at une journée typique. So make sure you're clicking on the right slides. Journée typique, we have third, fifth, and sixth period again. And so I'm going to open up the fifth period slide. So again, the slides look similar at the beginning, but then you'll see that there are actually this time 8 questions, 8 questions, and they're all a little bit different. But they're all in French plus in English in case there are any issues with you doing this from home. So you don't need to be translating anything. I've given you all the resources that you need. So you literally just use what I give you. So numéro 1, à quelle heure tu manges le déjeuner? Numéro 2, qu'est-ce que tu préfères ou tu détestes manger au déjeuner? So this is traditionally something that would be about like eating in the cafeteria. But now we have a wider variety because you don't all eat at the cafeteria. So I've changed the question slightly. Numéro 3, à quelle heure tu rentres la maison? If you are fully virtual, then I understand that this question might be hard for you. So you can either skip it or you can kind of be creative. Numéro 4, normalement, qu'est-ce que tu manges pour le dîner? And again, I know there's a wide variety sometimes, so just normalement. Or you could change this question slightly if you want to put j'aime. What do you like to eat for dinner? I don't mind if you change it. There's a similar question to numéro 2. Numéro 5, qu'est-ce que tu bois le soir? So before we had qu'est-ce que tu bois pour dans la matinée, in the morning, le matin, and now it's le soir. So these following questions are le soir, in the evening. Numéro 6, qu'est-ce que tu fais le soir? This is our most general question. 7, est-ce que tu te douches le soir? Et numéro 8, à quelle heure tu te couches? Okay, so again, for each of those questions, I have given you a starter answer, which you can use and you can expand on. Numéro 6, which is all about what you do in the evenings. I've given you like 4 activities. You do not have to use those. You do not have to only use those. There could be plenty of other things that you do that your French is decent enough. What I would say is only write what you know how to say. Other than that, if there's something that you don't know how to say, this is where you're using your Google Images, insert image, search the web, and find what you want to say so you're not writing any English on your slides. And you guys did a great job of this last time, so just keep it up. This time I've also included an extras slide. This is not a particular question or a particular answer, but it could just be some extra vocabulary that we've started using in the morning routine. A lot of people we were using this phrase quelquefois. So I've written it here, so you can include that if you want to. And then some other things. So other than quelquefois, we have souvent, rarement, jamais. You might want to say tous les jours. Like tous les jours, je mange, blah, blah, blah. Or tous les jours, je me douche. For me, you're going to see in my example, je me douche tous les jours, but I do not wash my hair every day. So I put, for me, tous les 2 jours, je me lave les cheveux. I only wash my hair every 2 days, otherwise it would ruin my hair. So you can use these phrases if you want to. You do not have to, but I know some of you are wanting to go a little bit further, so that's how you can do that. We've talked about, instead of saying at an exact time, saying things like vers or environ, like about this time, like I get home about this time, or I eat about this time. Or maybe you want to say entre blank et blank. So if you want to say what time you go to bed or what time you go to sleep at night, you can say between, you know, a reasonable hour, like 10 and 11, I'm sure is what you're all going to say. Okay, so there's your extras. And that's pretty much all that I have to say, because the rest of this is just like what you did last time. Read the instructions, they're very similar. These are my 2 example slides. See how I've updated them. You can go back to your other slides and take the pictures or take the layout if you want, but just make sure that you're paying attention and that these questions are different, so they're new slides. You can use similar information if you want. If you have coffee in the morning and you have coffee at dinner, then obviously you can say le café. But generally we expand a little bit differently. And the last thing I'd say is there's not enough slides necessarily for you all to have 2 each. So choose your slide, write on it, and then copy and paste. So you've got 2 slides. Do not erase anybody else's slide. Do not erase, and be very careful as you're editing, because we're all sharing this document together. But you did a great job of it last time, so keep it up. I'm here to answer any questions should you need me. But have fun. You've got the whole of the class period to do this, and then we're going to move on to some new special person interviews later on in the week. Au revoir.